What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy G, the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton, and I got football junkie. And welcome to Mic'd Up Monday Night Mic'd Up. Let me get it right. we got D8 somewhere. There he is, and we got a special guest. We got a special guest tonight. We got D8 in the house, man. He's been kind of lurking behind the scenes, so he wanted to come on tonight. So it's good to have him on. What's going on, D8? How you doing?
Just for correction, that's actually DB, but
DB.
Yeah,
DB. Okay, let's get that right.
Like a 8.
Let's get.
But how am I doing? I'm blessed, fellas. More than happy. Thank you guys for allowing me to just be able to share, fellas.
Yeah, man. Well, we're here for a reason, and yeah. Cowboys lose.
Ooh.
I know it, man. We got to talk about it, man. We got to get into this, man. And football junkie, tell us, man, fill us in. How you doing, brother? What's going on with you? Can you hear me, brother? Uh-oh. Football junkie. We're calling. Can you hear me, brother?
I couldn't hear you. What you say?
Okay, there you go. I'm just asking how you doing right now. Uh-oh.
Man, shoot, I almost rubbed a bald spot in my head yesterday, man. And I got a good hair. I just keep it cut low, but I like to rub the bald spot in my head the other day.
I find that a little offensive, brother. I'm just saying that's a little DB. What you think, DB?
Well,
I mean.
Well, I was actually next to him. We watched the game together. Me and old football junkie got a chance to watch it together. So, what didn't leave my head, I tried to get him to hold on to what was on his. So, it worked out though, man. How you doing, football junkie?
Football junkie is freezing up on us. You freezing up, man.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Yeah, you freezing up, fam.
Yeah, you freezing
it's going
up,
in and
bro.
out on me.
Yeah, you freezing up. So I tell you what, just click off and click back on and try that again. See if you can probably move your computer over a little bit or something. There's something going on. So I'm gonna let you. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, I got you backstage. I bring you. So anyway, DB. Listen, man. Let's get into this, man, and we're gonna give football junkie, see if he can get his thing together, man. But we're gonna move forward because we got a lot to talk about, man. Like I said, it's great to have you on here, and let's see if we can get football junkie real quick. Football junkie. Uh-oh. All right, football junkie. There you go. Okay, hold on. All right, DB, he'll be back. So we're gonna get into this, man. So you're gonna be co-hosting to football junkie get it together, man. So hey, man. So here we go, fam. This is what we got. 27-30, man. Okay. Panthers prevail. They sit at 3-3. Cowboys sitting at 2-3-1. Okay. So you can see the box score. It was odd. Let me see. I think we got football junkie back. All right, football junkie, you in there with us?
Like he's still having a few technical.
Yeah, you might have to do it on your phone, my fam. You might have to do it on your phone.
I have to.
Okay. Link off again, and then So anyway, man, this is what we got, man. This is where we are. I think we got football junkie. Football junkie, you with us now, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm with you.
All right. Woo. Hey, man,
That's a lot better, man. That's a lot better, bro.
Yeah, so here we are, man. So DB and Football Junkie, you see the score 30-27. We scored once again. We scored in every quarter. But, that was a time that we couldn't score in every quarter. We scored the first half, couldn't score the second half, or we couldn't score the first half. We scored the second half. So I guess this is a plus. But let's get on down here to some stats real quick, guys. And you can see right here, Dak Prescott is still playing lights out. I think so. I think he still basically playing lights out. He was 25 for 34, 261 yards with 3 TDs versus Bryce Young with 17 for 25, 199 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception. Now, this is the problem right here, DB. Javonte Williams, 13 carries, 29 yards.
Yes, to say the least. To say the very least, run game was absolutely a no-show, which is sort of surprising because it's been fairly consistent all year. So this one here kind of hit us out of nowhere. Because again, man, this our run game has really been, other than Dak and his efficient play and the way he's been playing ball, which is by some threads, by some opinions, is at a MVP level. But the run game has been the second most consistent part of this team. So what we saw yesterday was a bit surprising and kind of a slap in the face, for lack of a better term, man.
I agree with you. So, Football Junk, if you look on the other side, there's Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle said they know I'm a hard runner and I'm a tough runner, so they better buckle up. So, what is your evaluation of Rico Dowdle on yesterday?
Rico Dowdle, he backed up everything he had said he was gonna do, and he made sure he did a lot of chin checking. He did a
Yeah.
110% chin check situation yesterday, man. Uh Rico, he came in and showed the Cowboys what they was missing and how they didn't use him in an effective manner. And he showed that he has a bell cow mentality if
See,
you allow him to get at it.
but you know what was
So,
so? What I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
No, you know what was so surprising? He was the bell cow. Listen, DB, the thing about that, he got 95% of the carry. It wasn't no split backs. It wasn't sharing a whole bunch of time with another. So we have gotten away from that. Emmitt Smith said it best. He said he couldn't see himself not carrying the ball 95% of the time. But here we are today. You got, and as a running back, football junkie, but
Yeah.
as a running back, you splitting time, and I know sometimes it can, it's what do you? I guess you're protecting your play. I don't know what you want to call it, but it takes time for a player to get a running back to get into the mode of playing the game.
The
But
rhythm,
we
the rhythm.
yeah we see Rico took majority of the snaps, man. That's saying a lot, man. To for one running back to take that many snaps.
Oh yeah. It says a whole lot, a great deal, man. Because when you on the flip side of things, concerning the Cowboys run game, Carolina really focused in on not allowing that to be a portion of the situation that exploited them because in previous games they have been exploited from the run game, and being that they was able to make the Cowboys one dimensional instead of two dimensional, uh,
Mhm.
that kind of played a profound effect on how the game kind of transpired out because uh, Shoddy act like he didn't know what to do or what to call when it came to the run department. Uh, as we see that the closing standards of the game, how the game ended offensively. I mean, he fell off the tail truck with Mike Everflusy on that situation.
But and see, DB, this is the thing with me, man. Maybe you could answer this. And we're gonna finish getting into these stats, and then we're gonna go right to this audio that I got by Schottenheimer. But DB, here's the deal, man. Is it possible to be a head coach and have your nose in the playbook?
Definitely possible. I'm not saying that whether or not Shoddy is or if not, because we don't have a large enough sample size to know whether or not that's something Shoddy is capable of. We
Mm.
do know that he does have experience in the play calling department. he does lack head coaching experience.
Yeah.
So whether or not he's able to do the dual role type of deal, that's
Right.
still that's up for the debate, and we'll know that in time. Uh, Going back to the Rico Dowdle situation, it's funny, and I'll get to this point later, but it's funny how this guy, who basically set a tone for the Carolina Panthers, was in our locker room last year.
Yeah.
It isn't that fitting that you know
Dang.
this guy basically set a tone for the week, and the guys on Carolina, they even said we rallied around this. We took this sort of personal ourselves that Rico, uh, he basically came out and set a tone saying, "Hey, buckle up,
Yeah.
Cowboys."
It's
Uh,
personal.
and it's
Really?
Jerry Jones like it's only Cowboy karma that this guy was in our locker room last year. And this is no shot at Javonte Williams,
Right.
but this guy was in our locker room last year, and we could have had him for little to nothing.
Yeah.
But again, I'll get to the point that I tie all this in together.
Okay.
But it's Dallas Cowboy karma at its finest. That
Ooh.
a guy
God damn.
once in our locker room just last year comes out and basically tells you, get ready for me. I'm coming. You guys be ready. That's just sort of that gives you a glimpse on our football makeup as a
Man,
team.
oh man.
But go
Mm.
ahead.
No, no, you're good, man. But let's get it. No, I appreciate that because and the reason I asked you that question because if your offensive coordinator and your head coach is got his nose in the playbook, who's managing the game?
Good
Because
question.
we saw. Go ahead.
No, excellent question. And again, that's one of those questions we'll have to revisit maybe by the end of the year, because the truth is let truth be told, we don't know what all Shotty is capable of doing. This is still a young season,
Yeah,
and we still have to shed that type of grace and get and allow him to grow, because he's a new head coach.
yeah.
This franchise, it's not like coaching the Carolina Panthers.
Right, right,
It,
right.
this is America's team. All eyes on me, always. So him settling into this particular role as a head coach and coordinator, that's something we'll see over time. But it's
Okay.
excellent question to ask at this junction, so that as we move forward this season, we are able to have an idea of what we're looking for out of Shotty, man.
Yeah, and so true. Again, man, Dak is playing lights out. George Pickens is on it, man. He's scoring a touchdown every the last 5 games. So this guy's on record to break some records with his gameplay. People continue to say that George Pickens is the number 2 receiver. No, George Pickens is a number 1 receiver. He's a number 1 next to the number 1 receiver. So this is perfect to have George Pickens here right now, because if he wasn't here, we wouldn't be where we are right now. I promise you that. But we're going to
Right.
move forward. Also, Rico Dowdle pretty much beat us by himself. I mean, then he had four receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. So again, like you say, they rode hit the back of his energy, and man, it just carried over to a victory for those guys, man. So with that being said, let's get into a little audio I got about Schottenheimer, and basically was asked a question, and this is what he had to say. Let's see if we can get into this real quick.
In the Dallas Morning News. What was your message to your team today after what happened yesterday?
I told them the truth. I told them that we did not play that game physical enough. When you look at it, they controlled the line of scrimmage. They owned the line of scrimmage. That's part of our identity. We were not surprised by it, but at the same time, it was one game, and we know we can be a physical football team. We know.
If you only
Oh
missed
my
your
God.
vacation home
So
on
anyway,
Caribbean,
you know how that works. But anyway, we're going to get back to finish that conversation. But the thing about what he getting ready to tell us about, he's going to tell us more about how, what he saw and how basically we got defeated up front in the trenches. So let's get back into it. Today.
Team, we know we've done that at times, but we weren't that yesterday. Different reasons. I think they did some really good scheme stuff to us on their defensive side of the ball. They two-gapped to some of their read and react stuff. They took us, they stretched us out a little bit, and I didn't think like we ever found our rhythm. One, I mean, anytime you have your longest run is 6 yards, that's not very good. And then on the other side of the ball, I think that they just they wanted to come in and double team us and run duo, and our fits were off. The run fits they're hard. They're calculated, and you got to get everybody in the same gaps. And they strained us some, and they got some balls on the perimeter that we didn't have much contained for, and they hit explosives when we didn't.
You guys been so up and down.
Let's stop it right there. So basically, what he said got my attention, guys, is he said they ran a bunch of double team and duos. So if you knew that, where was the adjustment at, Football Junkie?
That's exactly what I was just thinking, man. What did you do to make them change their script in the second half? Nothing. Not one thing. Because if you look at if you recall how the two techs was basically playing three tech on both sides of the offensive line. They was basically playing, they was inside and outside shading the guards most of the time. And they controlled that whole situation inside the gaps. They controlled everything in from inside the tackle to the center. They controlled.
Yeah, and you're right. No, you're right. But you know what, DB? I like the last week's front line that we had than what we had to this week, man. It was just like it was like night and day. Last week, we had a bunch of guys. We had 4 out of the 5 that was missing, and we had Brock Hoffman, we had TJ Bass, then we had Nathan Thomas. We had a whole. It's just like we could not find our rhythm on that front line.
Well, it was clear from the word go that Carolina matched up different.
Yeah.
From week to week, you're gonna get different matchups, and you have to as a staff come up and see, what are some of the nuances that the opposing team is gonna have that's different from week to week.
Mm-hmm.
But the trenches, and Shadi, he used the word physical a lot in terms of, that little clipping and he was playing. But we just weren't physical yesterday. There was at no point in this game that you say, you know what, the Cowboys are the aggressor. They're the more physical team. So, he's emphasizing this word. And yesterday, for whatever reason, whether it was the matchup itself, we just wasn't physical as a team yesterday. The trenches, we just didn't win that department, and we all know, man. We all know this. You can't win football games if you don't win in the trenches. And
True.
and the matchup was a little different because those guys they seem a little bit more beefier than last week opponents. I mean, those guys are really stout in the middle of that defense and up front in the trenches.
Yeah.
Those are some big old guys. And again, we are playing with second string, and so clearly we didn't adjust well to the personnel we were playing this week. But I just thought the word physical was the real key on this one.
No, I agree. I mean, yeah, and I believe that's on both sides of the ball, man. I mean, the offensive side of the ball and defense. We just, like you say, we got beat in the trenches, man. And I understand that we couldn't find our running rhythm, but man, to me, it was like we could do anything we wanted to with Pickens. It's just like we just didn't. I mean, I've seen times where we have to throw 52 times, and this probably was one of those games that he had to probably throw for about 50 times because again, Pickens was open at will pretty much,
Right.
but it just I don't know, it just like the play calling, like the last possession of the game, and just we got absolutely nothing out of that, man. And it was just heartbreaking to see, man. Here we are sitting at 2 and 3 and 1, and a lot of that goes to like I named the title of this show, No D in Dallas.
Dallas.
What I don't understand is being that you know that your opponent is playing you like they're playing you in the trenches from a defensive standpoint, how they're attacking you defensively. I don't understand why you did not put the fullback into play to help soften up these guys. Because when you got a fullback getting handoffs and a fullback lead blocking, that softens the interior of a defense up with the offensive line pushing with that. I
I
just
don't
don't get it.
football junk. I don't know, man. Like you say, when we go back and talk about the trenches, man, these guys couldn't even get off the line. I mean, I was watching TJ Bass. TJ Bass was kind of hurting us, really. And Brock Hoffman was in position to try to help TJ Bass. TJ Bass filled in for Tyler Booker. Tyler Booker's still on the injury list right now. But it just dude, we was getting beat at the point of attack. That's
Yeah.
just basically what I saw. I don't know about you, DB, but that's what I saw. It's like at the point of attack, we was getting beat. So but again, it was just one of those deals, man. It was one of those deals to where, here we are now. We're looking at this defense doing the same thing. What you think, DB? You there? He done froze up. But yeah, and when we talk about this defense, man, we talk about this defense. That's the problem. I mean, again, we kept seeing four-man fronts. We kept seeing four-man fronts, and where they was running the ball, you would think they would have put an extra man up front. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
At least. At least. At least put an extra man up front. And I've seen some offensive plays of that the Cowboys have ran. Also, when they sent the tight end in motion, then he has shot in the one gap, two gap, or even the three gap or the four gap as a lead blocker. I mean, pound on if you need to pound on these dudes, pound on them and soften them up. Make them dudes go to the sideline. Make them. Push them to the
Yeah,
sideline if you have to, by just pound it on them. That was not implemented whatsoever. I mean, Shotty called a terrible run game offense the other day. Terrible.
yeah. When I look at this defense, man, I got to go back to what Trayvon Diggs said, which Trayvon had a lot to do with why we was in the position we were
Oh,
in. I just didn't see why he was giving so much cushion. Both of these corners were giving so much cushion. I couldn't understand it. But he said, yeah. Oh, let me get my man back in here. I think he's back. And come on back in, DB. But he's trying to come on. But Trayvon Diggs said, yes, it's very frustrating, he said. It's all these points given up. The receivers are running wide open downfield, too many busted coverages. It's a lot. I feel like we're all over the place and we really don't have an identity. Give it up. And which that is, I mean, that is true. I mean, I did see the same thing. Like these guys didn't know what they were doing, but at the same time, Trayvon, you had a lot to do with that, my boy.
yeah, he sure did. He was giving up a lot of ground. I seen numerous of times where it was 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7 or 2nd and 7. He in pass coverage, he's backed up past the line of game for his first down marker. I mean, I'm like, whoa. DB even said that. He said, man, why is this dude lining up so far back? I was like, man, this is ridiculous. This just don't make no sense, man. And it looks like they have zero communication in that secondary, man.
Well, I gotta give out a couple of stats, man, while we wait for DB to come back. But man, so basically, Dallas defense ran 85% zone and 15% man. So that means basically you're running with four defensive linemen and three linebackers. And basically what they were doing just releasing a man downfield, put a man on a man, basically. And basically just open up holes for Rico Dowdle. But also, here's some other facts, some historical facts that I don't know if you guys know about. It's been reported. The Cowboys are the sixth team in the NFL history to score 175 plus points with no more than 2 wins in their first 6 games of the season. That's just one. And here's the other one. When we talk about a bad defense, we are talking about a bad defense. DB, log off and come back on, my guy. Um, Here's another one. The Cowboys are the first team in the NFL history to average 30 plus points per game without a turnover in a game span and not have a winning record during the span. That's by Ed Water. What are we doing, football junkie? What are we doing? I
Man.
mean, we're wasting.
Honestly, being said, man, they're just out there being punching bags on the defense, man.
You're
Because
wasting. You're wasting a great offense, man. You're wasting a great offense, man, with this badass defense. With this
terrible,
badass
horrible,
defense, it's
ridiculous.
horrible. And you
It's
got a
horrible.
you got a you got a man, a defensive coordinator that's stuck in his ways, and basically he's going to stick to it. And I knew this was going to happen. Rob
Yep.
Marinelli, when we had Marinelli here, that Tampa 2, I'm like, oh my gosh, man, the game is not played like that no more. I mean, it's good when you got a fullback and a running back and double tight. Yeah, you can run that type of defense, man. The game has evolved, and here we are still running this old school defense, dropping back in zone, and they're just finding gaps to come in. Let me see if I can get them back up here.
Man, it's this is a simple case of hard not hard not football because the
And this is
Cowboys defensively, man, like we was talking early part of the season. Uh, if Matt Eberflus come in with the same mentality that he had when he was in Chicago, it's not gonna look good. It's not going to look good at all. And it's giving testament to what we had talked about 3 weeks ago before the Chicago game that, hey, Matt Eberflus is in this mindset. This guy is not a professional football coach. He's not. Matt Eberflus is zero professional football coach. This guy needs to be dropped down back to high school on these terms
but
because I don't even think he can survive in junior college.
this defense works in flag football, bro.
Yeah,
This type of defense works in flag football, but again, man, and I keep saying this, and people, they might not want to agree with it, but again, and a lot that has to do with this defense is playing as bad as it's playing is because if there's no pressure up front, if you give that quarterback more than 3 seconds back there, he's going to make the folks on the back end look bad, and you can't do that. Now we're talking about, well, James Houston got 3 sacks and Michael only have two. They don't have to play it. They don't have to scheme for James Houston. It's one on one. But when you got Michael Parsons, you got to put an extra man over there, and then you got to chip block him with a running back. So that's taking three
exactly.
players out of the game to free up some other defenders. So my question is, are you missing Micah yet? I'm just keeping it real, bro. I'm just
Yeah.
keeping it real. We talking about
And
the Jets. We had 5 sacks on the Jets. Justin Field is not that good, man. I mean, it is what it is.
and it is what it is, and not only that, man. Not only that. I mean, when you look at the Cowboys as a whole, man, right now, when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of the scenario of the Dallas Cowboys, this is on Jerry. This
Of
is
course,
totally
it's
on Jerry.
and I say this all the time. I say, man, whenever you bring coaches in, man, you got to make sure that coach, that the players on your team fits that coach's scheme. Because I don't know if it's the scheme, I don't know if it's the coach, I don't know if the players, but man, that's some that smells just like ass out there on that field on yesterday, man. That's straight ass out there, bro. And it
Right.
was
It's
pathetic.
pathetic. It is. Man, I really don't know what to say, man, because I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Well,
I,
the
I
thing,
mean, I haven't. I never seen nothing like that before, man. I've seen reels, NFL reels and stuff like that on ESPN after games is over with and stuff and whatnot. and Chris Berman burns people up about how their defensive performance were and whatnot. But I've never seen the Cowboys defense look this
Yeah,
bad.
you have. Mike Nolan.
Nah, this
Yeah,
is worse.
you have. You
This is
have.
worse than Mike Nolan, man.
Dude, they did a comparison. When I say they did a comparison, I just saw a comparison today, dude. It is so close from 2020 to 25 with through 6 games. It is very, very close. And here we are repeating ourselves. Did we not learn from 2020? Did we not? Did somebody not do their homework? I don't know if this is a Brian Schottenheimer type guy that, hey, we're buds and hey, man, I need you to come work with me. Man, it's not about just giving a person a job. Again, this is affecting Brian Schottenheimer. Brian
I
Schottenheimer,
believe he was hired. I think Eberflus was hired before Schottenheimer.
no, hell no.
You know, he was
Hell,
because Jerry
no.
has a knack. He has a knack of hiring people before he get his head coach.
Yeah, but no, I think now we brought in Schottenheimer and then we wouldn't found Eberflus, but Eberflus had never done anything, man. So right now, man, Eberflus is looking at sitting at public enemy number one. But I mean, I don't know. What do you do? Do you fire Eberflus? I mean, do you fire him and get an interim coach? I mean, or do you just have to play this damn season out? What do you do now?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That was the whole reason for the whole training camp. This is why it's important that your players get out there in preseason so you can see the do's and don'ts. So here we are in week 6, and we're still trying to gather ourselves, and we're still trying to evaluate what our players can do on defense. But bro, whatever it is that they're doing now, this is not it. This is not it.
I
We're wasting
mean,
a whole offense. We're wasting a whole offense on a bad defense.
say I really don't know what to say, man. I really don't, man. This Pop Warner. You get more results out of a Pop Warner team than this right here, man.
It's dumpster juice, man. And then we got the Commanders coming up, man. This is terrible, man. And let me see what else I got. So let me read this off to you. So right now, the run defense is broken again, ranked 11 in run rated faced, tied 22nd TDs allowed, yards per game ranked 29th, yards per carry ranked 26th, stuff rate ranked 30th, EPA carry ranked 29th, 32nd in success rate, 28 yards before contact, 19th yards after contact. Come on, man. I mean,
19 yards
that's what I'm
after
saying.
contact.
Somebody got to do the stats. Say, look, Eberflus. I mean, if you and I working together, football junkie, and I'm doing a bad job, it's not personal. It's business. It's
It's
your job
business.
to come to me, man. We need to sit down and we're gonna have to fix this defense. But
Analytics.
and the problem is this Tampa 2 shell defense, it just doesn't work, man. Not in this type of the offense that they're running now. But I'm gonna say this here, but I'm to some credit to the defense. If your front four cannot get to that quarterback, it's gonna be a long day.
It is going to be a long day, and this defense with our offense, this type of defense is begging our offense to play a perfect game every week, a
Every week.
flawless game every week, and it's not possible for our offense to be perfect every week.
No,
Dak is due to have a bad game. Just imagine what the score gonna look like when we have Dak have a bad game. You see what the score looked like when Dak didn't have a bad game against Chicago. I mean, he didn't have a bad game against Chicago, but still look what the score looked like. But think about what the score is gonna be like when he do have a bad game.
and this was a winnable game, man. It just again, like I say, man, when you got Schottenheimer with his nose in the playbook, the question still remains: who is managing the game if that's the case? Because that
Yeah.
was a crucial time. I need to, as a head coach, I need to be sitting back watching, and then managing the game. again, we ran out of timeouts with shoot. During there 3 minutes left, and again, I'm like, well, where's the timeouts at, man? Not necessarily saying we need them, just how we run through our timeouts. It just makes me wonder who's managing the game. But that's where we are, man. It just I don't know. I don't know, man. I will have to wait and see what they do. But more than likely, man, they're gonna ride this out like they did with Mike Nolan. You can't just bring another defensive coordinator. I don't know why they didn't just keep Mike Zimmer. I really don't understand why they did not keep Mike Zimmer. People can say what they want about Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer was aggressive. He brought
Yeah,
the thunder. He brought the thunder. We don't do
man.
and then,
You know what? I feel like they should call up Lovey Smith
what next year?
next year.
Yeah.
It's said
I
that
don't
we
know.
already
I don't know, man. I just don't know about these older coaches, man. I don't know, man. It's just this game is evolving, man. I don't know.
it's evolving. It's evolving very fast. But I mean, the way when you look at college football right now, a lot of these offenses is running rough side on these top tier teams.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
I mean,
This is frustrating,
I'm
brother.
I'm just speechless and lost for words on this performance right here. This performance was worse than the Chicago game, and we had a whole lot of action in winning the game yesterday.
Yeah, it was a winnable game, man. We just could not. I don't know why we could not move that ball downfield, man. I mean, it was just terrible, man. And again, this is when you need some management, some clock management, some team management at the time, and you know, I don't get it, man. But this is what happened when you got your head coach as your offensive coordinator, and he's dealing with Clayton Adams, and he's going to probably trump him a few times on certain plays. But somebody got to manage the game, man. But this is
Somebody
where
got to
we.
manage the game.
But
Somebody got to manage the game.
we're definitely missing. We're definitely ruining a good offense, man. And we don't even have CD out there. And it's going to. I guarantee it. The locker room is going to be in a disarray after so many losses, man, and that's going to
Oh yeah,
probably be an issue if they don't straighten up this darn defense, man. But it's where we are,
we
man.
we slowly climbing into that part of the schedule
Yeah,
where
this was a
and
this was like this was one of those games we need to have, right?
yeah to get some momentum to build some momentum going into the meat of the schedule. Uh, it's this is I mean defensively, defensively the teams that we supposed to play within the next 4 or 5 weeks, they got offense.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Well, we just got to sit back and hold the marshmallows over the fire because we definitely gonna
Cooper
get
Rush gonna fool around and beat us.
now. Cooper Rush is with Baltimore.
Yeah.
Well, it's possible, man. I don't put nothing past our Cowboys right now, man. But we got to do better than what we're doing. This is ridiculous, man. And it's okay. Call a spade a spade. It's all this political talk. No, we can't. And I'm just thinking if Jimmy Johnson would never ever Tom Landry wouldn't put up with this. He would make some changes. He would make some changes. But anyway, we're not gonna hold these folks any longer, man. But this word we are, man. No D in Allas. Public enemy number one. Matt Eberflus. So we just have to sit back and see what happens and see what kind of corrections and what kind of adjustments they make. I don't know. We'll see. But with that being said, I want to give a big shout out to all the Cowboy Huddle podcast subscribers and all those that follow this channel. Again, like we always say, without you guys, this is totally impossible thing. Big shout out to DB tonight coming in. I think he was having some internet issues. So we look forward to having him back again on the next show. So he got a lot of things to bring to the table. So we'd like to hear his side of things as well. So with that being said, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video, and leave in the comments how from rank 1 to 10, how mad are you? Put it in the comments. All right, with
Plus
that being
12.
said, with that being said, check us out on What's Up Wednesday. We'll be live, so make sure you come in through there and hang out with us and share your thoughts and chime in with us as we prepare for the Washington Commanders. With that being said, we're out. Deuces.